Hello, everybody. Hetty here. So, today I want to offer up a couple of tools to help you maintain and even build some power in your legs. For many of us, our legs are our main mode of getting to where we need to go, walking, right? And our leg strength is directly correlated to our longevity and our independence. So, I think it's a pretty worthwhile topic to give some attention to. So let's get started. The first exercise you can do seated, but if you can stand up, then get up out of your chair. Okay, so we're going to stand on our 2 feet. We're just going to take a moment before we get moving just to pay attention to where we're starting from today. Right, so feel your feet on the floor, bring some awareness to your legs. Maybe take a breath in and out. Good. And so what we're going to do is touch our legs. And there's several ways that you can explore touching your body. So you can take your hands and just press, right? So finding different places to touch on your legs. And you may not feel comfortable going all the way down to your feet. That's fine. You touch wherever you feel comfortable touching. Right? So get to your inner thighs, fronts of your thighs, backs of your thighs. You can also brush down your legs. That's also a nice way to release some tension. Right? So brushing, right? You can brush down your knees if you feel comfortable going further down. Brush down your lower legs. You can also tap your legs, so you can give that a try. So tapping your legs can feel really interesting. I wouldn't tap right on your kneecap. So when you get to your knees, you can just do another little rub, but you can tap down lower. Okay. And then stand back up. And again, take a moment to notice your legs. Even with just a little bit of touch, you may realize that you know where your legs are in space a little bit better now. You have more awareness of them. We have improved our proprioceptive awareness. Okay. Next, back in the day, we've probably all done this, but we may not do this that much anymore. My 5-year-old son jumps all the time, right? For no particular reason, he just jumps. So we all have it in us to jump. We just have to remind our bodies that it's there. And don't worry, you do not need to jump right now. So, what I want you to do, I'm just going to turn to my side, is just find a nice steady footing. You're going to bend your knees a little bit and swing your butt back, just like that, and then straighten back up. And every time you straighten your legs, I want you to push into your feet. So really feel that connection of your feet to the floor, and then you straighten back up. Good. Do that one more time before we add on. You got it? So your butt has to swing back a little bit. Let your arms swing back next time you bend your knees, and then maybe they swing forward and up when you straighten. Bend and straighten. And once you get into that rhythm, let there be some momentum involved. Yes, so that push of your feet into the floor is going to power up your arm swing, right? And if that feels pretty good for you, what you can do to take it up a notch is lift up onto the balls of your feet. Just like that. I think my head is getting a little cut off when I swing up, but yeah, that's okay. I'm still here. Now, if that is something you want to try, but you're feeling a little unstable, maybe you have a chair or a wall nearby. Just put one hand on the wall or one hand on the chair. I don't know if you can see, but my hand is touching the wall here. Good. So then you can practice going up on the balls of your feet. I'll just switch, and you'll want to switch if you are just doing one arm swings. So use your legs to power up your arm or arms. Good, that's it. Just do a few more. 3, 2, and 1. Right? Can you see how that is the start of a jump? Right? Just reminding our bodies that it's in us, that we have that power. Take a moment. You may even want to just place your hands over your heart. Feel your heartbeat. What a good feeling that is. Take a breath in and out just to maybe drop your blood pressure a little bit. All right, last but not least, we're gonna go into what I like to call a hinge. You may have heard of it called a deadlift, right? So we're gonna call them hinges. You may want to have a chair nearby. So not a bad idea to start with a chair. You may also be wondering, why I have a pot? Well, now you're going to learn. So, when we do hinges and we want to start building strength, we're eventually going to want to add weight. So, we can use a pot, which sometimes already has a good amount of weight, but also we can put things in. So, first, let's start with the hinge without anything, right? And you won't really need your chair yet. So, for a hinge, your feet again are just a comfortable distance apart, about hips width distance. What's great about a hinge is that if you have some knee issues, say you have some arthritis in your knees and it doesn't feel good to do like a deep knee bend, we are barely bending our knees here. It's just like a little bit of a unlock of our knees. So we soften our knees. And then we're reaching our hips back just like in that jump, but this time it's full muscular control, no momentum, and we find a really big hinge at our hips. Your upper body may be more or less parallel to the floor, and then push into your feet to come back up. So the elements of that jump, some of those elements are in this. Okay. So soft knees, butt back, deep hip hinge, right? And then when we come back up, I want you to feel the power of your legs pushing into the floor to stand back up. Now let's pretend we're holding something in front of us. You can even just pretend you're holding like two grocery bags, either one. So maybe you're holding like I don't know, your dog in front of you or two grocery bags. And we do our hinge. Now, something to pay attention to is that your spine doesn't change shape, right? So we're trying to keep our spine long, our chest is a little lifted. You can look forward, say like a foot or a few feet on the floor in front of you, and then push into your feet to come back up. So maybe you're holding something right in front of you. Okay. And one thing to take note of, and you'll know that you're doing a hinge versus a squat, is that when we hinge, we feel a hamstring stretch. Okay. Now, if that felt pretty good for you, like, yeah, pretty easeful, then we can start adding weight. So try it. If you have a pot, maybe you just want to pause, go get that pot, and then you can put it on your chair. Now, let's say you have a couple of light dumbbells, right? These are 2.5 pounds. Throw them in, and I'd say put them, like lay them flat down. Don't stand them up because then things get really wobbly. If you don't have any dumbbells, cans, fruit, vegetables, whatever you got, start putting them in your pot. Okay, like you're making a weight soup. These are 3 pounds each. So now I'm up to 11 pounds in my pot, plus whatever the pot weighs. Okay, so I'm gonna start with that. So you're gonna stand in front of your goods, right, in front of your chair, and you go into your hinge form. Good, you grab your pot, you have some handles, and then you stand back up. And we do it again. Now, if your pot is on the chair, there isn't too far you need to go. So you may feel like, oh, this feels pretty easy. I got this. You'll feel your back muscles work. They're stabilizing your spine. That's fine to feel. So if that feels pretty good, move that chair away. And here we go. You hold your weight and you go into your hinge, a little knee bend. And you don't have to put it all the way down. Maybe you just go until you feel a hamstring stretch, push into your feet to come back up. I'll keep giving you different views. Right, so notice that I'm looking a little forward. You don't have to like lift your chin. You could just look on the floor a little further ahead of you. That's going to encourage your chest to stay more lifted, right? It's going to encourage your spine to stay a bit longer. But really important is that we feel the power in our legs, right? That we feel that connection of our feet to the earth. Push into your feet to stand up. That's it. We keep going. And if this feels pretty easy for you, great. Start with this, right? And then next time you do it, maybe do another set after this. You can add a little bit more weight, add another can or two, or another onion or two. Okay, let's just do three more together. So if you're doing this with me, yeah, we're getting a workout in. Okay, great. Breathing is useful. One more. So go for that hamstring stretch there, right? Your knees are barely bending. All the movement's coming from your hips. And then you can put your weight down. Last time. Stand and notice. Maybe you have a bit more awareness of not just your legs, but your whole body. Maybe you feel a little bit taller, more lifted, a little stronger, more powerful. All great things to feel. Take a breath in and out. Let it all go. Amazing job. I hope you found this helpful and go for a walk and use those legs if you can. Have a great day.